Aloha.
Shout out Pearl Harbor, by the way. Hello and welcome. We're back from theballerlifestyle.com. It's the Baller Lifestyle Podcast. I don't need to say from theballerlifestyle.com because I haven't updated it in like 50 episodes. It's the Baller Lifestyle Podcast. My name is Brian Beckner, episode number 596. We appreciate you listening. If you're not already, please subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/theballer lifestyle podcast. There's a new episode of my solo show, Bonus Bri, available for you there now. We love you. We appreciate you. I am joined now, as always, by Mr. Ed Daly. Ed, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. You know how like something is in the news a lot, and I can't. No, well, that too, but I can't remember if we actually talked about a big celebrity death. Did we ever talk about Redford? I think we did. We did?
Hold on. Well, I don't know. I was going to look back through the rundowns, but I don't remember what it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like we probably talked about it, but I don't know. I was, when it's somebody very obscure, then I'm like, yeah, I know we talked about it, but like Redford, people were talking about him for a while.
Yeah.
And we did. We must have talked about how much sex he could have had.
Probably. Maybe we didn't, because I don't remember that. He was so beautiful.
Stern played a clip of Jane Fonda saying that she worked on 3 movies with him.
And he fucked her every time.
And she wanted it badly.
Yeah.
And he was married or whatever and just wouldn't.
He's no Warren Beatty.
That's how handsome he was, that like the hottest chick in the world wanted him. He's like, nah.
Jane Fonda was so fucking hot.
Oh my goodness. Like back in the day. I mean, she looks fantastic for 90, but
yeah.
My God. Like in the, you see the clips of the old days and it's ridiculous.
Now that'd be hard to turn down. And as a guy in Robert Redford's position, because also Paul Newman, similarly gorgeous, also long-term marriage. So I assume all of his co-stars also wanted to fuck him. As someone in that position, don't you have an understanding? Like, sweetheart.
You would think so. Like NBA wives have. Just don't bring it into our home.
Right. Yeah.
Don't father other children.
Now, were condoms invented back then? I wouldn't know. I didn't use them. But yeah, I mean, they had
sailors.
They had the ones that were made out of like animal guts back then. Yeah, but it's like, look, you don't want to bring you get a shot. Like you go, you hammer, and look, it's not I'm not saying you got to be. There's Jerry Butler, right? No one is more beautiful than Jerry Butler, and he's I forgot to set that.
I haven't heard of any stories of women wanting Jerry Butler and him turning them down. I haven't heard that story.
Yes, I heard one story. Hold on, 30 minutes set start. I've discussed it before. He was on a set in like Croatia or so. It was one of those sets where it's like you're marooned. You're isolated. I can never think of words.
Maybe this is the set of Plane.
Could be, one of those. Any of those. And he just very kindly had sex with every woman that worked there. He had sex with the costume lady, the makeup lady, the co-star.
Be on screen for him to want to have sex with you.
Yeah, a few extras. Didn't matter because he's Jerry Butler. He's so beautiful. But Jerry Butler, and look, he's our greatest living actor. He's certainly the greatest Scottish living actor.
Surely.
We love him more than anything, but he's not the movie star to the level of this Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Those are the biggest stars in the world.
Those are 2 of the top 5 stars ever.
Icons. And look, they're so beautiful and they're kind enough to be married to you, which is great. but also they get a lot of attention, and you should just let them get it out of the way. Just sow their oats.
The Mona Lisa doesn't exist in someone's private home.
Perfect.
It's there for the world to appreciate and enjoy.
What a beautiful analogy. That is exactly right.
Right.
It's not how could you not share something that beautiful? So if we didn't, now Robert Redford, I believe also he went with the wig and the facelift after a while, which was tough, but it's hard getting old when you started out beautiful. What you got to do is start out regular, and then you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, he looked like an old purse by the end. He looked like
he did.
Whereas Paul Newman just was handsome and beautiful to the end, but he aged. Redford was fighting it.
Yeah, tough.
Now I'm sure 20 people are like, you had these same talking points 3 weeks ago.
No, we didn't. I would remember that. One thing I wanted to update, Ed, is today is Sunday, October 12th, and if anybody is in the Seattle area, I checked our email today, and I got a special email from our dear friends at Rain City Jacks, Seattle's premier men's masturbation club. And I just want to let everybody know today at 1 p.m. they're having a daytime. Yeah, it's a daytime playtime, which I don't typically picture this kind of activity happening in the daytime, especially when there's football. Do you think there's TVs, Ed?
Sure.
It's because it's Sunday, football's happening right now, and it's like that's right when the games are going.
Possibly when they're doing their theme nights, maybe they have a spooky movie on for the Halloween themed Jack nights, so they would have TVs.
Yes, spooky. So just that makes a lot of sense. Or maybe they put up like a big they project. There's like a big projector, and everybody can kind of
big Seahawks fans. Yeah, they're the 12th man.
They're having snacks and just jerking away. So anybody that's in the Seattle area, you got a little bit of time. You don't know. It's this. You're going to hear this
next
after.
Week.
Yeah,
next week, maybe.
Between 1 and 2, and it says right here, latecomers not admitted, Ed. So if you're, you've got to be prompt. If you're wanting to jerk with the fellas,
it would be very unsettling if you're sitting there, you're watching Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Drop back to pass. You're jacking it vigorously.
Mid-stroke.
And then some guy just prances through the room, and you're like, "Hey, what the fuck?
Yes.
I missed what happened on 3rd and 7.
100%.
I was jacking it.
I was going to town. Okay, Ed. Let's talk. Oh no, let's talk about some people who died, and some important people we lost this week. Wait, that's not it. That is.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
The great Diane Keaton, 79 years old. I don't think people knew, but she was ill for, I don't know, the people around her knew this wasn't like a drop dead situation.
Yeah. Real legend. Just
Annie Hall, Godfather, iconic movies.
Yep, and really did it her own way. Didn't really trade on her looks. Obviously, she was very beautiful, but she was just she wore slacks, she wore gloves.
Yeah, she was an original.
Hats. She was one of a kind, and no one else like her. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Mike Greenwell, longtime Red Sox outfielder, 62 years old, thyroid cancer. They said a long battle. That's a rough.
Two things. One, Mike Greenwell, I believe, was an MVP, or if he wasn't an
definitely MVP, top 3.
He was one of those guys that was really good for 3 years, really just
him and
fucking
Ellis Burks.
Yes, dangerous hitter on the Red Sox. Just
late 80s.
Yes. Part B. I don't know what the fuck a thyroid is. No clue. No idea. It's a gland? It's some type of gland. Is it in here? Is it near the lymphs? Where does it hang out? Do we know where it is in the body?
See,
fuck, we should call Ryan Azalka Cruz's wife.
I was thinking it was this, but then you said lymph, and it's like, no, it's not lymph nodes.
It's lymph. But lymphs are throughout. You don't want to get that cancer in the lymphs because then it lymphs around.
When they start feeling your neck, it's like a little half a second of nervousness. You're like,
yeah. But you know what? Oh, I found out, and Lance Armstrong's an example of this, I believe. When guys get brain cancer, it's usually testicular. It starts in the stickles, and they don't catch it. They don't get the lumps, and it runs up the nodes and goes to the brain. So you don't want to get that shit in your nodes. Thyroid sounds bad. You don't want it there either. Yeah,
butterfly-shaped gland located in the front of the neck below the Adam's apple.
Oh, here,
right here.
Fuck.
Now I wonder.
Yeah,
this is irresponsible to speculate.
I wonder.
But is this a chewing tobacco type?
Oh, Ed.
Like in this region, kind of.
Interesting.
I don't even know if Greenwell used chewing tobacco.
I'm sure he did.
Just curious.
I'm sure.
Related stuff.
Yes. So what people don't realize is that tobacco use. They go, oh, smokers, lung cancer, smoking. No. Well, yes, but all sorts of cancers are from smoking. You smoke, you can get like pancreatic cancer, typically a smoker's cancer. Lots of cancers are smokers' cancers. So similarly, look, that chewing tobacco, that got Tony Gwynn. It got Tony Gwynn, and it wouldn't surprise me. I think you're onto something in the neck
I think
area.
It got Kirby Puckett.
Yes.
But unfortunately, not before he assaulted some women.
He was a real piece of shit. Now, Kirby Puckett was 5'7", Ed.
People thought he was lovely because he was just fat and smiling all the time. Then we find out he was rapey.
Yeah, he was rapey as shit. He was a bad guy, and he was fat as shit. He had an ass. He had the fattest ass, Ed. He had the fattest ass you ever saw.
Motherfucker could hit, though.
He could hit, and you really don't, you'll see, there's a couple fats, like Kyle Schwarber's kind of fat. Max Muncy's a little fat. Oh, but those guys are sluggers. There's also we talked many times about Rowdy Tellez. He's super fat.
Yeah, he's very fat.
You don't see tons of big old fat asses. And back in the day, there were tons of fat asses.
Fielder.
Oh, big fat Cecil. Yes. Those were good times.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mike Greenwell. The guy could hit.
R.I.P. Ron Dean. This is a guy you'd know. He was in Risky Business. He was Emilio Estevez's dad in Breakfast Club. He was one of a dirty cop in Dark Knight. 87 years old. You just know this guy, Ron Dean. Great character.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
He played you needed a gruff looking dude.
Yep.
He was the guy.
Yep, 100%. I know this guy. Rudy, The Fugitive. This guy worked. Cocktail, great movie, Cocktail. Reviewed it here with the great Jason Stewart. We did it with
Caleb.
Caleb from the. Don't hold on.
I
have a note right now. The Western Kabuki from the Western Kabuki podcast. The great Caleb, who had never seen. He's younger. He's a millennial.
He changed titles again. He's.
Oh, they changed the name?
I think so.
Oh.
I thought I listened to him on a different podcast.
Yeah, he's got a sports one too that I noticed I haven't been invited on. So, can't be that interested in that. But we like to introduce him to stuff he's never seen because he's younger than us and he had never seen Cocktail. And what a treat. I'll be honest.
We're overdue for a Caleb visit.
He's good. He brought us.
Kill the Computer is his, right?
Oh, Kill the Computer. Yeah, because it did kind of pivot. It used to be about Nicolas Cage, and then now it's trending top. It's what's happening on the internet. Yeah, we should have him on. Remember a few years ago, and somebody should go back. I would suggest people go back and listen to this. We're we want to do a Halloween movie. It was around this time, and he's like, oh, you guys should do Ernest Scared Stupid. And we're like, oh, I mean, come on, we're not doing Ernest Scared Stupid. And boy, were we wrong, because the fact that was marketed to children is terrifying. Just the fucking wildest shit ever. Because it's maybe the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. Insane.
It is bizarre.
Yeah. R.I.P. that dude, Rondine.
R.I.P. Arturo Gotti Jr., 17 years old. He died, quote, the same way they found his father. So was he murdered by his Brazilian wife?
Arturo Gotti, he did himself with her purse strap, Ed.
I know. Originally, she was taken in for questioning.
She was too tired. Well, Brazil, Ed.
It's very sad.
It happened. I believe she's Brazilian, and
it happened in Brazil. It happened in Brazil.
Yeah,
hanging off like the staircase with her purse.
Yeah, very, very sad. Arturo Gotti Jr. I assume he was also in the family business. So.
I believe I saw pictures of him in the family business. Moxie. Very sad.
Yeah.
And then this is shocking.
This one's on you, Ed. This 100%. You need to fucking raise your hand. You did this to this poor woman. Everything was fine.
She had so much life left.
Yes, she did. She was in her prime, Ed. She was
about to shoot, but I didn't know she was a base jumper. Who knew? R.I.P. Sister Jean, Loyola Chicago's basketball team chaplain, 106 years old. She
retired a week ago.
We just did a story about El Capitan. Who knew that Sister Jean was going to try it as well?
This is well, first of all, thanks to all Ed's buddies on Wall Street, it's impossible to retire for anyone now. So no one has to worry about that. But also, it's a bad idea to retire. Look what happens. This Sister Jean was thriving, 106 years old.
Doing everything.
Retires, loses her purpose in life. She's dead a week later. So message to the audience here: never, ever, ever retire. Ed, let's talk. Oh wait, yeah, let's talk some sports.
My name is Brian. They call me the other guy. I host a podcast show. I'll give hetero life a try. If you see something on my hand that makes you think I'm not a man, it's just my cool rings, you see. They're as sparkly as can be. A mind on Troy on DVD.
Ed, tell me.
Cam Newton.
Yes.
Cam Newton says he asked his girlfriend, Jasmine Brown, for a list of her past sexual partners. He's got to know.
He's got it. Okay, we've talked about this many times on the show. One, of course, super bad idea. Also, what the fuck? Like, why do you care? Super. Right. Yeah. Like, and look, there are people that I have dated in my life that if I asked them this question, Ed, it would be a fucking scroll as long as miles of a scroll, and no shame to them, but it's like, well, why do I want to know that? It's none of my fucking business.
Chris Rock has the line where he's like, no matter what the answer is, it's no good. Two, I guess that's how you were raised. Like he's like, there's no good answer. You're not planting the flag.
No,
and the flag is overrated anyway. Like,
they're like, oh, actually 0, and you're like, well, this is fucking bullshit. What am I going to do here? I got what?
This is a terrible thing.
I'm not Michelangelo over here. I need the outline at least.
Yeah. So you don't want to know. Also, she should say, yeah, I'll give you that list once you tell me why you're dressed like a witch doctor from the movie Live and Let Die. What the fuck with those hats?
Yes.
Like
it is.
And Cam, are you sure you're into Jasmine Brown?
Right. That's the thing. Look, there was a guy, Ed, and when we covered this on The Bachelor Lifestyle. By the way, The Bachelor Lifestyle, soon to be covering the new season of Love is Blind. So somebody let Telly Two-Putt know that we're going to be talking about Love is Blind. Love is Blind is fucking wild, and Jason and I are going to be talking about it soon. But we talked about on the what was I talking about? Bachelor lifestyle. Oh, there was a guy. He was the Bachelor, and he was a virgin, Ed. He played college football like somewhere in like, I don't know. It might have been Colorado State where Telly went. I'm not sure. No. But his name was Colton, and he was the virgin Bachelor. And he's
I remember you talking about this dude.
And Jay Stu's like, oh, he's gay. He's gay. Well, this guy's gay. And we're like, yeah, he's probably gay. And then he wins the Bachelor. And what does he do? Or the girl that wins the Bachelor, she's from around here where I live. He becomes obsessed with her. Like she wins the Bachelor, and he's like,
did he advanced and like
he was the Bachelor. He was the actual Bachelor. So he got to pick.
So they didn't do fantasy suites?
They did, I think, but he didn't. Well, he was
giggled and told secrets. Right.
What he was like a lot of closeted people, and this is not a great way to live. And I have empathy for these people. They're not able to, they go through the motions. They pretend, but this guy pretended so hard. He started to, because this chick's like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I'm out. He started stalking her, Ed. He terrorized her. She had to get a restraining order against him. Because he was so obsessed with her and what she's doing and who she's been with. And then he came out as gay, and everyone's like, oh, no problem. You terrorized this woman. You made her life a living hell. So look,
he pulled a Spacey. He's like, I know he did some bad stuff, but in my defense, I'm gay. And they're like, okay, you get a pass? You get a pass for bad behavior? No.
And then he got married and had a kid, and now they let him host shit. He got married to a guy, and they adopted a kid or whatever. And now they're like, oh, Colton, he's great. Yes, no one but me on the internet ever mentions the fucking stalking. He's a fucking huge piece of shit. So I'm seeing correlation here, like being really obsessed, like wearing lots of expensive hats, okay? Weird glasses, etc. Like fancy clothes, fine, whatever, you're into that. But also, make me a list of who you fucked. Like I'm seeing a weird correlation here between Colton the Bachelor and Cam Newton, who was a beast. And also one more thing, Ed. What was Cam Newton's number on the field?
I don't know, 12? But
1. He wore number 1. No, nothing good comes from any guy that wears number 1. Even Ozzie Smith. Sorry. 1 is, you're sus. You wear number 1, you're sus. You're like, hey, look at me. I'm going to be the guy that's stalking chicks and wearing weird hats and wants a fucking list of who you fucked because I wear number 1.
All right.
What else happened?
No. Yep. Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, 29.
He was asked about Bad Bunny and being chosen to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, and he's urging Bad Bunny to pull out.
Yeah.
And he said, if he hates the U.S., keep his ass in Puerto Rico.
I love it when people don't know that Puerto Rico is the U.S. Bad Bunny's as American at like Eric Dickerson's from Dallas. He's equally as American as Bad Bunny. They're both Americans. Yeah. Just because he speaks Spanish.
And then Mike Johnson, the accountability partner dude, suggested maybe Lee Greenwood would make a better one. Now, first of all, we only know that one song, but great. Also, somebody's like, his Spotify numbers, he's putting up 400,000. And Bad Bunny's putting up 77 million.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's like, I don't know a single Bad Bunny song. Obviously,
I don't know. He's
in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I'm 49 years old.
Who gives a fuck?
Companies don't care about me and what I'm into, and that's fine. And also, the halftime show, who gives a shit?
I mean, it was kind of good when Fieri was hanging upside down, all fat and shit.
That was fun, and I loved Kendrick Lamar last year. I liked it when there were, a series of hot women, J-Lo and stuff.
Oh yeah, Shakira. Let's bring back. Just have Shakira do it every year. She's not American. We let her do it. Who gives a fuck?
But what was it, 10, 12 years ago when Bruno Mars was doing it? That speaks to me the same as Bad Bunny. Like, I don't,
not a fan.
It's fine. It's not for me, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But the outrage from people who don't understand that Puerto Rico is America is crazy.
It's great. I love it. Very good. And shocking that Eric Dickerson, who wore every single pad made, he had the goggles, he had the protective Jerry curl, neck roll. I'd bring back the neck roll. Like, how badass. You see a guy in a fucking cutoff jersey, the biggest possible made shoulder pads. Like these shoulder pads were the size of like roasting pans. And the neck roll, and you're like, that's fucking football. I'm looking at the double crossbar helmet. Like, let's fucking go. That's football.
I remember when I was playing football for the first time, and my mom wanted me to have like all the pads.
Oh yeah.
And I made it through like one practice with a neck roll. I was like, this is so fucking annoying. Like, you can't lift your head up. And it was awful. But there was an era where everyone was wearing them.
Yeah. Remember the pants? Like, you would have the knee pads, like that slid into the pants, and the thigh pads that slid in the pants. And they were always fucking coming out. You're always having to fix them. They're always coming out. Now no one wears them. They don't have those anymore. Like, you watch football, none of those guys have those stupid pads in their fucking pants. They just wear regular ass pants.
I think it was a defensive lineman on Florida this weekend. He cut his pants
to shorts.
So it's just the thigh pads and then cut off. So like it's like half his thigh is even, and they're like high up on his thigh. So he's pretty much just wearing shorts.
That's hard.
Like booty shorts.
Yeah, that's hard as shit. But he's got a big ass dick too.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And we'll stick with college football.
Tell me.
The University of North Carolina is scrapping plans for a Hulu series after their 2-3 start, which is sad because I had zero interest in this show preseason, and now I would love to see it behind the scenes and how bad things are getting.
I know. Have they shot any of it? Do we know? Like,
that's the thing. They must have shot it.
Yeah.
But they must have had like a final right of refusal type thing.
Yeah, we look bad. Yeah.
Because he looks like shit. Clemson is terrible. And last week they boat raced UNC.
They did. That's great.
And like, I don't even care about them, but I've never liked Belichick. And so this is fun watching this thing.
It really is. And it's a great, like, these guys, they can't just walk away. They just have to keep it going. And this guy had the mystique. He's like the greatest coach. He's 6 Super Bowls? Was it 6?
Yes.
5? Yeah.
And I think he has 6 and Brady has 7 because he has the one with 10.
And look, this guy hitched his wagon. He had this Drew, who's the guy from Washington State? Drew Bledsoe. He had Drew Bledsoe, and Mo Lewis blew up Drew Bledsoe and detached an artery in his chest.
Jesus. It was a violent hit.
He exploded. He was trying to run out of bounds, but he didn't get out of bounds.
Mo Lewis didn't let him get out of bounds.
Yeah, no. And Mo Lewis said, "Hey, I'm gonna put it in your chest," and he did. That's back when you could hit guys, and he fucking exploded his chest. And this guy Tom Brady, who's a fucking dork from Northern California, he's a super fucking dork. But man, is he good at fucking football? He's so fucking good at football. And oh, look, I'm hitting the table and it's opening my window. He's so fucking good at football, and also being a football analyst, he's great at that too. He and giving his way too old son tongue kisses on camera. He's good at that. He's so fucking good. And this guy, Bill Belichick, can't admit that he hitched his wagon to the greatest guy ever to do it. He's got to be like, I'm responsible. He's a fucking defensive coach. And look, they had some good defenses, whatever. But he's like, watch me go do it again. And guess what? He couldn't do it again because he got some young pussy. And that's the great equalizer. He got some young pussy that took control of his old 70-something ass.
With old balls and loose skin.
Disgusting. And good. Fuck him. But I would like to watch, like, look, I'm not into these kind of shows, but I would watch this. This is something that interests me.
Where she just like, steps
She's
up on the sideline, starts making decisions. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
There's no scenario in football that I can ever remember where a player's wife or girlfriend, aside from Mark Richt's wife pouring the Gatorade cups for the players, like that's the type of thing you would see. Not her whispering in his ear in the middle of a game. That's crazy.
No, it's actually insane. Okay. We're recording a day early this week, so we don't have any voicemails or emails, so we can jump in. Look, we got 4 minutes left in the regular show before we go Patreon only. Also, Patreon fam, there's a new Patreon episode up. Bonus Bry this week on Patreon, patreon.com/The Baller Lifestyle Podcast. Ed, let's talk some non-sports.
Well, it's time for non-sports segment on the Baller Lifestyle Podcast. Non-sports. I'm talking about the segment now. Non-sports segment. Oh.
Ed, give us a little non-sports, and I got to be honest, I'm very sad for the Patreon people because I see in the non-sports this week something's happened with our dear friend Johnny Depp, and look, I find myself pretty funny. Anybody that listens to the show will know that, but there's nothing more funny than when we do the show. The great Johnny Depp shows up, and he'll be showing up later for Patreon listeners only. Ed, what is going on this week in the world of things that are not in fact sports?
Robin Williams' daughter Zelda begs fans to stop sending AI videos of her dad being alive. She said it's dumb, it's a waste of time and energy, and believe me, it's not what he'd want. I am inundated with these creepy videos of dead people.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen this, but I saw one. I see him sometimes with like animal encounters. For some reason in my feed, I get a lot of people having like mountain lions come up behind them. And it's so fucking fake looking. And I'm like, who is making this? Like, who's taking time out of their day to make a fucking Robin Williams being alive? And how do you even do it?
And then they're sending it to his daughter. It's upsetting.
It's so fucking weird.
Just leave people alone. Like, he died. You have footage of him. He was an actor. You can go watch an episode of Mork and Mindy.
Great show. That Pam Dauber could get it.
Oh yeah. And you know who locked that down? Another handsome Hollywood leading man.
Yes. What's his Tom?
The great Mr. Shoop.
Mr. Shoop. What's his name?
Mark Harmon.
Mark Harmon, former UCLA quarterback. Yes. Gorgeous. And
he locked up that Pam Dauber decades ago.
He's so fucking rich.
We did this like because I think he retired from NCIS or whatever, and then we looked up his numbers and they were staggering.
Do you know how fucking rich you have to be to retire from something that's really easy and pays $20 million? Like,
yeah,
like it's so easy. What he gets up, he goes there, they fucking lick his balls all day. He comes in and he's like, "We got to figure this out." Cut. And then he goes and sits down. And he comes back and he's like, "I think we know who did this." Cut. And that's it. And then he goes home to his fucking big palatial house in Brentwood and he fucking plays golf on the weekend. And at the end of the year, he fucks Pam Dauber and he gets a $20 million check. And he goes, "You know what?
I've had enough.
I'd rather just not." God damn it.
And I know it's hacky to point this out, but these shows, there's all these shows where they're solving crimes like within the Navy. Like at this point, you'd have to disband the Navy if they're having this many crimes internally.
It's crazy.
Because I think that's what the show is. It's not criminals outside. It's within the Navy.
Naval something investigation something.
Crime investigation.
Yeah. And you know what I noticed is that they had the NCIS LA with LL Cool J licking his lips. And
Chris O'Donnell.
And I guess that's not on anymore. And those guys we looked up were making fucking, we're at the end here. Those guys were making $1 million an episode. And now I see a promo that there's a firefighters 911 Nashville.
I saw the promos during football yesterday. I saw promos for that.
And it's Chris O'Donnell. It's like, bro.
You've made enough.
And
Rob Lowe is on one of those kind of shows.
Yes. He's on some kind of emergency show. Remember we got confused between Zachary Quinto and Jeremy Sisto? Yes. And we're like, oh, that's so sad that Jeremy Sisto, he hasn't done anything since 6 Feet Under.
Looked it up and it was like, Oh my God. He's the richest person I've ever heard of.
He's got some cop show that old people watch on CBS, and he's fucking so rich. Zachary Quinto, also very rich. Okay, that is it for the regular show. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, but we love the Patreon people a little bit more. We will see you next week. Patreon people, we continue. Bye. Ed, what else is going on?
Thieves stole 24,000 bottles of Guy Fieri's tequila in a highway heist. When's the movie coming out, Brian?
I mean, this is great. So this is him. I don't know what's going on with Sammy Hagar, but Ed, Sammy Hagar is like...
He's like morphing into Guy Fieri, right?
He is. Sammy Hagar is like 78 years old.
The Red Rocker?
Yes, he fucking looks amazing. And all he does is drink alcohol, as far as I can tell.
He's an interview he did an interview on Stern when he was promoting his autobiography, like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And he talked about like, and Stern wanted to get to the, the details of the book, the dirty details. And he talked about regularly fucking women during Eddie guitar solos. Like that was his move.
The Crew used to do that.
That's why he was youthful.
Yeah. Yes. It's crazy. He has a great story about he threw himself like a 50th birthday party. It's in that book. He threw himself a 50th birthday party in Cabo because he owns that bar down there. Yeah. And he flew in all these great musicians and to play with him. And one of them was Stephen Stills. And Stephen Stills showed up and Sammy Hagar's like, "Can I get you anything?" And Stephen Stills is like, "Yeah, an ounce of cocaine." And Sammy's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay." And so he got it for him. And then he never saw Stephen Stills the rest of the time.
Something happened.
He's gone. He's just bailed. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, this. So I saw this. And it's like the Lufthansa heist. They pull the trucks up to the border, to Laredo or wherever. Don't tell me Laredo's not in wherever the border town is. And they drive it across the border, and then they split it into two trucks that are both going to the same place for some reason, Pennsylvania, which is where they have the warehouse, and they both just disappear because this is like some mob shit or some Mexican mafia or whatever. But also because a truckload of tequila is apparently like millions of dollars.
Sure. Thousands of bottles.
Yes. But also, did you know the name of Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri's tequila before these?
Isn't Cabo Wabo Sammy Hagar?
No, he sold that. He sold that for $100 million. Yeah, that's the blueprint. That's what gave Clooney and
Randy Gerber
gorgeous. That's why they're riding around on motorcycles on the side of every fucking truck because they also sold a tequila. And then the Rock's got a tequila, and now this is. I don't know if this is tequila or mezcal, but this Sammy Hagar's done it again with the rum, and now he's doing it again with the fucking with Guy Fieri. But is there better marketing for like? Because look, you go to any bar, right? And it could be like a whiskey bourbon bar or a tequila bar, and you look up and you see everyone's been to these bars. There's like 12 shelves of fucking a million tequilas on them. And here's a little surprise. They're all fucking good. They all taste good. You go to the bourbon place and there's 70 bourbons on offer. Guess what? Delicious. Every single one of them is good. And so, but if you're a fucking celebrity, and so people are like, Randy. Let me give me the Rock. Give me the Rock tequila. Because would you rather have the Rock tequila or some fucking bullshit that that's got no fucking jacked guy associated with it? And now this Guy Fieri, who everyone loves, is out here doing interviews going, "They've stolen my tequila. They got stolen." No better marketing. He's smoking a cigar. You're like, "Oh man, what's that tequila again? Let me write that down."
Yeah, next time I'm at for them to steal.
Yes, next time I'm at the hundreds of tequila places, I'm going to go, hey, I just heard about this Guy Fieri. He needs my help. He's only $200 million. Let me help him out and by ordering his tequila. So, look, I'm not saying because Guy Fieri, he's a treasure. We know that. He helps the restaurant workers, the first responders. He fucking cooks for people. He's a great guy. So there's nothing nefarious happening here. But at the end of the day, you couldn't, the $1 million he lost, he's getting much more than that in marketing, which is a win for him. Good for him.
But if you just named a movie Guy Fieri Tequila Heist, everyone's going to that movie.
You know who we get to play Guy Fieri?
That's what I was going to ask you. Who plays?
That's easy. It's Jerry Butler. We get Jerry Butler. We get him in he's already kind of fat, but we get him in a fat suit, or a little bit. Although Guy Fieri got on the Ozempic.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw an Ozempic guy.
Yeah, he's very slim now. So, but we do the hair.
Sure, Jerry Butts.
We do the hair. We do the thing. You know that.
And you know what? He wouldn't even do the accent. He'd just be like, you know what?
Mate? He'd be Scottish. He'd be Scottish.
Scottish.
Yeah, he'd be Patty Fieri.
His whole movie where he's an LA cop.
Yeah, still got the accent. No, he's on the Secret Service. He does a series of movies where he's in the Secret Service. Yeah,
Secret Service members are from fucking Scotland.
Yeah, he's Scottish as fuck in this movie.
That's cool. No, just look like
I'm not even gonna try. And what else?
David Del Rio was fired from his job on Matlock, accused of sexually assaulting co-star Leah Lewis. Now, you said this to me, and I was in shock that Matlock was still on the air. And then I did some digging.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates is playing the new Matlock.
They've rebooted Matlock.
I knew that there was a new Kathy Bates show. Yeah. I didn't realize it was Matlock.
Kathy Bates is great. I'm glad she can get her bag. Great. Yeah, she's at the end here. So just
saw Misery last week again. Oh my god,
I watched it not that long ago. It's so good. She's so amazing. Now, but what do we need another Matlock? It's because like Matlock was on in the 80s, Ed.
Yeah, so he's the lawyer, defense lawyer.
Yeah, he's kind of like a
Well, he's like a charming, Atticus Finch.
Atticus Finch. He's like an Atticus Finch type. He's just an aw shucks Southern lawyer that knows that'll trick you. Oh, kind of like Atticus Finch and Perry Mason style guy.
Is the whole thing because only old people watch network shows? So you just want to give them like a familiar, like a little catnip? Because you could just make any show about any defense lawyer.
Yeah.
But they're calling it Matlock because they want...
There's nostalgia.
Or is Kathy Bates playing like Matlock's daughter or something?
I don't know. That's beyond... But I assume so. I assume there's some connection. But what I'm saying is like, who's alive that's still nostalgic for Matlock? Because now we're at the generation, right, that would have seen Matlock, but we're not... We didn't watch Matlock. Old people watch that shit.
No, I was aware of it, like seeing promos, but I want to look up what are we working with Leah Lewis and
you want some update? Okay, well, first of all, both of these people have porno names. David Del Rio, get the fuck David Del Rio to tell me that's not a twink doing pornos. And Leah Lewis, also
Leah Lewis, 28 years old.
Yep, she's one of those like race indeterminable people, I think, right?
Yes.
She could be Hawaiian, she could be Filipina, she's got that kind of look that gets you on TV these days. He is sort of also race indeterminate, some type of Latino dude, whatever. I don't know. Looks gay to me. Apparently he's married, and that, hey, no shame. What do I know? I'm an old white guy. I don't know. And
they don't get this far where they fire and say that he was sexually assaulting.
Dude, he sexually assaulted her like 2 weeks ago, Ed. And they're like, you're fucking fired right away. That said, there can be like, there's two sides to every story. All right. There is. I tend to believe people that say someone did something bad to them, unless, we could get the story comes out. And so when somebody goes, hey, somebody did this horrible thing to me, and then people with a lot of skin in the game go, oh, we looked at it and yeah, he did. I tend to lean that way until we get some new information, and maybe this guy's got a different story. I don't know.
A different story, but what he does need, ironically enough, a good defense attorney.
He should hire Matlock. What if he fucking AI'd? Here's your season finale. they take his character and they do a ripped from the headlines thing with the character, and they go, oh, this guy, I think his name's like Billy McFarlane or something in the show. Like he's got like a real like white guy name on the show, but he's, you know, Latino guy. They go, hey, this guy's gonna lose his job, and he brings up AI original Matlock as his fucking attorney.
That would be pretty cool.
And then we go to the courtroom, and it's got the fans in the courtroom, and everybody's fanning themselves because it's the South and it's real hot and air conditioning's not invented down there. And he's got like the Colonel Sanders suit on, and he goes toe to toe with Kathy Bates. And then we AI the whole thing. We AI the whole argument where they go back and forth, and then we figure out the real truth, like Jay Stu does with ChatGPT.
That would be the greatest episode of television of all time.
Let's do it. Let's call the Matlock people. Let's put that together. Until then, look, you know, imagine, and I don't know what this guy did. I don't know the details of the story. Imagine you're making, because he's probably, look, he's down the coast.
We talked about all these. Yeah, we talked about all the money pouring into these shows.
Yeah. And I think this is a pretty new show, but he's conservatively, Ed, this guy makes 50 grand a week on this show. $50,000 every week. They do 22 episodes. It's a few $1 million, Ed. This guy, what other fucking opportunity? This guy's never, ever. Who is? Even if he ran the course of the show, he's never getting another job like this again. You get this chance one fucking time ever. You're grabbing a little ass.
Yeah, he's not. He'll never get this opportunity. He could act, but he'll never get consistent network paycheck like this. No,
never. Now that guy, I understand. Remember that guy that was like in Marvel movies, and his name's like Jonathan Majors.
Oh, he was the bad guy in like Creed 3.
Yeah, and he's like slapping people around and whatnot, and he got convicted in a court of law. And I heard that Marvel's like, bring him back. Let's put him in some shit now.
Man,
is he that great?
I never watched the Marvel ones. I saw him in Creed. He played a good mean dude.
But it's like there's so many people out there trying to get jobs acting. Like you gotta
so many good looking good actors out there.
It's like it's like Chris Brown. Chris Brown punches women in the face till they're almost dead. But he's good at dancing. Is there no one else good at dancing? There's got to be so many people that are so good at dancing, like Ray Gun. Why can't we give Ray Gun?
Remember, she retired, which I think there's going to be some regret by the time the next Olympics roll around.
That's bullshit.
I smell a comeback.
I would like her to come back and stay on the couch and tell me all about what's going on in her life. Yeah, I would love to. Just one. I'm a good listener, Ed. We just hang out. I want to know. She could show me her dance moves and any kind of other moves. And I won't ask her to make a list or anything. She could just come hang out and we could have a nice time together. I would love to do that with Ray Gun. Ed, what else is going on here?
Finally. Charlize Theron, whatever.
Yeah.
She walked away. There's video of her walking away from Johnny Depp at a Dior fashion show because of his alleged past bad behavior.
What that he likes to do cocaine and celebrate Hunter S. Thompson? Like what's bad about that? That he likes to go to the south of France and drink wine and be a roustabout? You know, look, that he likes to
be a roustabout.
I don't know what that word means. That he likes to portray a pirate on screen and in real life. This guy's a delightful guy, and Johnny Depp joins us.
I'll tell you exactly how I feel about this. This is an outrage.
Of course it is.
You know, she's really fooling herself if she thinks I'm going to invite her to my next Sauvage shoot where I get my axe out and play with my pet wolf, Greco.
Your wolf is called Greco?
Greco the wolf. Yeah. Greco the wolf, yes.
What?
Yes. And also,
tell me.
You know, she who lives in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I saw a documentary years ago. She's a serial killer. I know for a fact she's a serial killer. I saw her kill many men. She goes by the alias of Eileen Wuornos. I looked the other way. We worked on a movie together, but that's the last time.
Johnny, that's not a documentary. She was.
No, I saw it.
She was acting like you do. Like she portrayed a character. Like, remember when you played Tonto with your friend?
I was Tonto.
You were Tonto.
Well, of course. I lived in a teepee. I lived the life. And when I was Jack Sparrow, I pirated on the open seas. I pillaged, plundered.
Pillaged?
I pillaged, plundered. I did all the P words.
You both pillaged and plundered?
That's what I do. I'm an actor. I'm a character actor, and so I know for a fact that she murdered. I watched her murder. I saw multiple murders.
You watched her murder? Now, sorry, Johnny. Excuse me, Johnny. The Charlize Theron.
About my pet Greco, the wolf.
Well, that is very disrespectful because you are the face of Sauvage Cologne, Eau de Toilette. That you
get out my axe and I just play in the desert.
You just jam out there in the desert with your wolf, Greco. This Charlize Theron, she did a desert movie. It's maybe like one of the great movies of the last 20 years, Mad Max Fury Road.
Sure.
But it's my understanding that she and her co-star Tom Hardy did not get along on that movie. Oh,
yes. It was my understanding they didn't get along because they didn't have any water. There was no water supply while they were filming. I mean, that's why they were driving throughout the desert. I go to the desert to wear cologne and play my axe. That's what I do. I don't see what the problem is. I'm method. I'm a man who lives my parts. And so for Charlize to do this to me is rude.
It's rude. It is.
She's a killer, and she can't even say hi. Give me a kiss on the cheek at a Dior fashion show, which was for summer of 2026, which is absurd because that's too much time.
It's so long from now. Summer of 2026.
We're in fall. We're celebrating next summer.
It's still kind of summer now.
Like I haven't even watched Ernest Scared Stupid yet for this October, and you're putting me in next summer.
Do the leaves change? Is there foliage where in your homeland of the south of France?
The south of France, in the Provence region.
Yes.
We do have some flowers that bloom late in the fall, but we don't get the foliage
Mediterranean climate.
We get that. It's it's Provence. What can I say?
Provence is Provence. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is Johnny Depp. Thank you for that, Johnny Depp. Amazing as always. We appreciate your appearances, and we appreciate the Patreon people that can hear that.
We very much appreciate you, and we know people are very cranky that they don't get the special part of the show.
I very much do not give a fuck about those people. Ed, fantastic work as always for Ed Daly. My name is Brian Beckner. This has been episode number 596 of the Baller Lifestyle Podcast. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.